Chapter 1, The Forgotten Manor. Deep within the dense, mist-shrouded forest stood an ancient manor, its weathered stones bearing witness to centuries of secrets and shadows. The locals spoke of it only in hushed tones, for the manor was said to be cursed, a place where a family had mysteriously vanished without a trace on a stormy winter's night long ago. Claire, a bold and tenacious journalist with a penchant for unraveling the macabre, heard the whispers that echoed through the nearby village. Intrigued by the enigma surrounding the manor, she embarked on a journey to uncover its dark history and the truth behind the chilling legends. As she approached the decrepit gates, a chill wind whispered through the gnarled branches overhead, sending shivers down her spine. The manor loomed before her, its once grand facade now marred by time and neglect. The windows were shattered, ivy creeping up the walls like the grasping fingers of forgotten souls. Despite the ominous atmosphere, Claire pressed on, her curiosity overriding her trepidation. With each step closer, the air grew colder, and an unsettling heaviness settled upon her shoulders. The wooden door groaned open as if beckoning her inside, revealing a foyer swallowed by shadows and the musty scent of decay. Claire hesitated for a moment, her heart pounding in her chest, before steeling herself and crossing the threshold into the heart of darkness. Chapter 2, Echoes of the Past. Inside, the manor seemed frozen in time, a labyrinth of dimly lit corridors lined with antique furniture draped in cobwebs, and faded portraits with eyes that seemed to follow her every move. Claire's footsteps echoed hollowly on the worn floorboards as she ventured deeper into the heart of the manor, guided by an inexplicable pull. In a forgotten study on the ground floor, she stumbled upon an ancient journal tucked amidst a pile of dusty tomes. Its leather-bound cover was weathered and cracked, its pages yellowed with age and filled with the frantic scrawls of a troubled mind. The entry spoke of a darkness that had plagued the family who once dwelt within these walls, a malevolent force that whispered promises of power and immortality in exchange for their souls. As Claire read on, the oppressive silence was broken by faint whispers that seemed to emanate from the very walls themselves. She felt eyes upon her, unseen presences watching from the shadows. Unease crept up her spine, but curiosity drove her onward, deeper into the heart of the mystery. Chapter 3, The Haunting. Night descended like a suffocating blanket over the manor, casting the once familiar surroundings into an unsettling darkness. Claire's presence had awakened dormant spirits that now roamed the halls with restless energy, their mournful cries echoing through the corridors. She tried to retreat, but the layout of the manor had twisted and morphed, trapping her in a maze of rooms where time seemed to hold no sway. Each door she opened revealed horrors anew, apparitions of children playing in the shadows, spectral figures drifting through walls as if caught in an eternal loop of torment. Desperate to escape the suffocating grasp of the manor, Claire sought refuge in the attic, where she stumbled upon a portrait obscured by layers of dust and neglect. The eyes in the painting seemed to gleam with malevolent intent, following her every movement with a predatory gaze. Claire recoiled, realizing too late that she had unwittingly become entangled in a sinister game of cat and mouse with forces far beyond her comprehension. Chapter 4, Confronting the Darkness. Driven by equal parts fear and determination, Claire delved deeper into the manor's grim history, piecing together fragments of a ritual gone awry, a desperate attempt by the family to banish the darkness that had consumed them. She uncovered cryptic symbols etched into the floorboards of hidden chambers, remnants of protective wards and now faded with time and neglect. But the darkness was relentless, manifesting in terrifying forms to test her sanity. Shadows writhed like serpents in the darkness, whispering secrets of forgotten sins and ancient betrayals. Claire realized with growing horror that she was not merely a visitor in the manor, but a pawn in a centuries-old game of souls. Fueled by newfound knowledge and a courage born of desperation, Claire confronted the malevolent presence that held the manor in its icy grip. Armed with relics and incantations gleaned from the ancient journal, she traced the steps of the failed ritual, channeling the energy of the trapped spirits to weaken the darkness that threatened to engulf her. Chapter 5, The Final Stand. In a climactic battle of wills, the manor trembled with fury, its walls groaning as if alive with malevolent intent. Shadows coalesced into a sinister figure, a specter of the darkness itself, its form shifting and twisting in the flickering candlelight. With a voice that echoed with centuries of malice, it sought to ensnare Claire's soul and drag her into the abyss. But Claire stood firm, her voice trembling but resolute as she recited the final incantation. Light erupted from the symbols etched into the floor, a blinding radiance that pierced the darkness and banished the malevolent entity back into the depths from whence it came. The manor shook one last time, then fell silent, the oppressive weight that had hung over it for centuries lifting like a dissipating fog. As dawn broke over the horizon, Claire emerged from the manor, her spirit weary but victorious. The once ominous halls now lay tranquil, the echoes of a nightmare finally laid to rest. She glanced back at the manor one last time, knowing that its secrets would forever haunt her dreams, but grateful that she had confronted the darkness and emerged whole.